The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 JCPS High School basketball starts now.
And a pleasant good evening as we welcome you to Male High School tonight on Glycod.com. JCPS High School basketball featuring the Scott County Cardinals and the Male Bulldogs. I'm Chris LeBar along with Jeff Cooper. Great to have you along tonight. And Jeff, an intriguing matchup for both these teams ahead of a very, very busy couple of weeks.
Yeah, the males heading into the LIT next week. Scott County's coming out of Christmas on a little bit of a losing streak. They've lost a lot of close games. They've also lost to some teams that maybe they shouldn't have, or you wouldn't think they would. So, males trying to get back on track from losing some games over Christmas, so are the Cardinals.
Scott County 5-9. This is really a youth movement for Coach Glenn. Much of this nucleus sophomores and juniors.
Yeah, that's right. They do have quite a few young players in the rotation. They got a little bit of size at the back end and a lot of guard play, a lot of sophomores and juniors. And they're leading scorer is a junior, and they're the only senior they have, I believe, that plays much as Harrison Owens. So these guys are young. So they're going to get a lot of experience this year.
Male Bulldogs 8-4. They're coached by sixth-year head coach Tim Hayworth. He's taken 7 teams to the state tournament. He'll join me next for his pregame comments ahead of Scott County and Male from Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Male graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Male. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, representing the region's finest properties with exceptional skill, using the most innovative technologies available.
Male Bulldogs back in action to start 2024 as they host Scott County. Tim Hayworth, coach of the Dogs, joins me. And Coach, a very busy stretch coming up. LIT next week. What's on the bulletin board for you guys?
Yeah, so we got tonight versus Scott County. Then we go down to Hopkinsville and play Christian County Friday, Hoptown Saturday. And then we got the LIT starting Monday with Seneca. So yeah, we've got a lot of games coming up, a lot of opportunities for us to get better.
How would you chart the first third of the season?
Really pleased. This time last year we were 4-8. This year we're 8-4, and in those 4 losses we've lost by 2, 3, 4, and 6. So we've had double-digit leads in the fourth quarter in 3 of those games, and so not having Antonio the last 2 weeks is really, probably would have gotten us over the top with some of those games. But what it's done is it's allowed us to really develop a bench, and so I'm really happy with where we're at right now.
How important in your system is a strong bench?
Yeah, it's important, because we press a lot. Even offensively, we don't want to waste too much time on the clock. We want to get into our quick hitters, and if we don't have anything, we'll get into our 5-out motion. But we're not looking to play a game in the 50s. We want to try to play it in the 80s.
Tim Cole-Edlin, his stats are remarkable. Efficiency from the floor. What makes him such a good offensive player?
Well, he can shoot and handle it. And, I know that's cliche, but, man, he's such a great shooter and great ball handler, and then he's so fast. There's nobody really in the state that can stay in front of him. And so he's able to break defenses down and then make other guys better as well.
What more do you want from him to reach your ultimate goal this year?
I told him today, I said him and Max could be the best backcourt in the state, but I said they've got to be more disciplined on defense in the full court and even in the half court where they're not just going and trapping without it being called. And so, those are the little things that he can work on. Some of the turnovers are sloppy, where he's trying to thread the needle. And I said, get those turnovers to 1 or 2 in a game. Last year in the regional finals against Trinity, we had 2 turnovers as a team. So, if we can chop our turnovers, I like to be around 7 is the mark I'd like to be at by the time February rolls around. I think we can get there.
Tim Glenn, head coach of Scott County, seems like he's got a good young team. How would you assess what they have tonight?
Yeah, they're good. Number 5, is a stud, and, they've been a little up and down like a lot of teams are right now. They took Frederick Douglass to overtime, and Frederick Douglass, top 10 team in the state. So, I think we've been a little bit more consistent probably than them so far in the season, but they have the potential to beat anybody, on a given night.
I know you've got some resolutions for your team here in 2024. A couple things that are really important.
Taking care of the basketball is number 1. The games that we've even lost, we've had 2 high turnovers, and they haven't necessarily been forced. It's been turnovers us trying to make the home run play. So take care of the basketball, and then rebounding's got to be a big, big factor for us. I think Keyshawn's averaging like 8 rebounds a game. Jason's around that 6 or 7 rebounds. So our guards have done a lot better job the last 3 or 4 games of rebounding the ball. So those are the 2 things that I would focus on.
Good luck tonight, Tim. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Head coach Tim Hayworth back after this on Glycod.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Male High School. Crystal Bar along with Jeff Cooper. Great to have you along tonight for Wednesday night high school basketball on Glycod. Tonight's keys to the game presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Jeff, what stands out tonight?
Well, for Scott County, looking at their stats, it looks like they have a little bit of trouble rebounding maybe. Like I say, their size, they'd have a little bit of size, but really in their main rotation, not a lot. So they've got to rebound the basketball. They need to get good looks from three and limit Males' looks at three the best they can. Cole Edelin can get shots off that most kids in high school can't. So they just got to try to limit the looks that he does get open. For Male, they want to push the pace, obviously. Scott County used to be a program that scored in the 75, 80 point range, but they're averaging 57 now. Male wants to push the pace, turn them over, get some easy buckets, and they want to make their normal percentage of threes. They shoot about 42% from behind the stripe. So if they shoot their normal percentage, I think they're in pretty good shape.
This Scott County team, they do have some size, although Male has some size as well. And Coach Glenn, in our next segment, we'll talk about some of this young size for the Scott County Cardinals. Tip off about 8 minutes away, but up next, out to catch up with fifth-year head coach Tim Glenn on Glycod.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets. Cuckoo crusty.
There's no promo. It's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Wednesday night high school basketball at Male High School. Scott County Cardinals coach Tim Glenn joins me, head of the Cardinals and Male Bulldogs. And coach, you guys 5-9, but have been in a lot of games. How would you chart the season thus far?
I haven't done these guys, these pups, any favors. And you know, Coach Hicks always did. He always played the best, and you hate to back off. With our district being as tough as it is, you know, we've already played Ballard and Douglas, and we played Bell County at Bell. They're still undefeated. And this is, to come down here is no easy task as well. So I haven't done them any favors, but we've been in a lot of games that we probably should have came out on the top side of. We've had a couple of good wins as well, and it's you know, it's allowing these guys to grow up a little bit. So
3 losses by 4 points or less. What
Don't
positives?
talk about that.
Well, but hold on. What positives can you take from those?
Oh, plenty, and that's what I tell them, you know, a lot of times. There's so many positives. A couple of times we made big comebacks to get back on top in both of those. One of them down at Collins. Gosh, such a great push to get on top, and we were at Collins, and then just right at the end, you know, just a couple of mistakes here or there, but just so many positives to put ourselves in a position to win. So,
got a young team, Coach. Tristan Christopher leads you as a junior. What are his strengths out there?
Oh man, he has really developed into a really nice basketball player. I mean, he's a 5'11" kid. That he really gets maximized by his athleticism. Got a great frame, and he's really learning to do things that he definitely could not do last year. Off the dribble, off the catch, we run him off screens. He's getting a little more cognitive about the way he's doing things. So he's going to make a really good college basketball player somewhere.
You referenced the challenge earlier with Male, 8-4, but probably better than their record. What's your game plan?
You know, with teams like Mayo, one, you're going to have to handle their pressure. We got to handle their pressure, and then after that, you got to do your best to make them shoot shots over us. I think that's probably going to be my 2 big keys tonight. One on the board for offense, one on defense. We'll put it on the board. And we need to make them shoot shots over us, and really keep an eye on Edelin. He's a heck of a scorer, man. I tell you, he really is. He busted us last year as a freshman. So
you've got Henry Clay. Next week they're undefeated. Then you got Bryan Station. I think they've lost 1. What do you hope to gain from all this stuff here come March?
Well, you know, in order to, of course, those teams are in our district. We have to play them twice. But in order, I've always said, if you can be winner or runner-up, and we've proven that over the past years, winner, runner-up in our district, you've got a chance to win the 11th. So with that schedule, it is. We're going to take a lump or two, and we're going to filter some young guys in there and let them get their feet wet and feel the fire, if you will, and then, you know, hopefully put some things together that we can be in a spot. Because you know as well as I do, a record's not what we want it to be right now, but it all starts over in late February, and we'll try to make us a run. I think all these things will make us better.
Appreciate your time. Good luck, Coach.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Head Coach Tim Glenn, be right back on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
The reason I went to traditional bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live to Mail High School in Louisville now for the starting lineups presented by Thomas Car Wash, family owned and operated with 5 Kentucky locations. Tristan Christopher leading the Scott County starter, 6'1 junior, averaging 16 a game. He'll be joined by juniors Glenn, Ray, Luckett, and the graybeard Harrison Owens, 6' senior, averaging 7. Now for the Mill Bulldogs, Cole Edlin, a 6'3 sophomore, one of the state's top scorers, 25 points per game, including 54% from 3. He'll be joined by Terrence Hall and Max Gainey in the backcourt with a pair of juniors up front, Jason Gazaway and Keyshawn Jordan. Gazaway averaging 11 per game. Scott County will begin with a pair of free throws and possession as they made one free throw due to a male technical foul dunking in warm-up. So Scott County already on the board, 1-0, and the Cardinals will have it to start. And that's Ray in backcourt, and here comes this very aggressive male trap. Owens skips it back to Zaire Ray. He'll be shadowed by Terrence Hall. As the Cardinals have it to Christopher up top, and a patient start here for Scott County in the half court.
Definitely, they're trying to turnover there.
Sure
Just
was.
lost the ball.
Swiped away by Hall. Jordan fills the lane back to Hall, and Jordan could not coax it in. The third effort will net the basket.
Well, Scott County's got a rebound like we talked about earlier.
Keyshawn Jordan with a putback and a 2-1 Mail start.
Just a run and jump from Mail.
Nice threat of the pass underneath to Owens. It's deflected off of Jason Gazaway. And possession underneath.
And tried to get that steal, but that'd have been a difficult pass to put a shot up on.
The Cardinals inbound in the corner. As Ben Glenn finds Ray. Ray outside of the foul line, 17-footer, a little bit long, and there's Scott County going to work on the glass before it's ripped away by Edlin. Hall uncorks a left wing three, and the Cardinals back for the corral. It's secured by Preston Luckett. A 2-1 Male start. Nearly 90 seconds have gone by. Now Christopher, he's their potent scorer for Scott County at 16 a game, and he'll unwind it to Luckett up top.
We get double teamed. Somebody's open here. We got to go get the ball.
Held ball arrow in favor of Male. The officials tonight, Scott Johnson will lead the crew. Doug Walker as well as Wes Brokey. Cole Edlin, he's going to draw a lot of attention up top as Hall flips it in the lane to Gazaway. And Gainey tries a three and knocks it in.
Great ball movement there. Edlin didn't try to force a shot. There's Gainey's quickness.
Gainey going to try another three. And the backside rebound secured by Gazaway of Male. Edlin, that's within his range, but this a little bit short before Luckett tracks down the Scott County loose ball.
He shot that from Preston Highway.
Christopher, a high arcer, rainbow short. Owens heaves one. And Gazaway well over the top, no whistle. Scott County recycles.
I think Scott County wants to try to keep this game in the 60s.
There's Ray for a three, and he'll knock it in. Zaire Ray, the 5'7" junior. And Scott County with their first field goal. Up and off, and Luckett got a piece as Scott County out in transition. There's Ray, stuffed from behind by Edlin.
Ray got away with a walk there, too.
Hall into forecourt. And finally the whistle blows after a foul on Scott County's Preston Luckett.
Scott County number 24, Preston Luckett, that's his first. First team foul on the board. Number 30, Terrence Hall to the line.
And a 6'4" start. Got a Male Bulldog, Jordan Mitchell, set to check in, the 6'2" 8th grader.
A lot of good young talent comes through here, no doubt.
Got another one coming in. This will be Dash Egan. He's a senior, 6'1" senior. The Bulldogs were hoping they would have Antonio Harris tonight. He is 6'2" junior. He's missed the last 6 games with an injury. An outstanding athlete, tremendous football player.
Yes.
Harris has been cleared to play. However, he will not play tonight. The hope is he'll be back for a weekend road trip Friday night and Saturday near Hopkinsville.
Well, that's a tough place to go down and play Christian and Hopkinsville back-to-back, and there'll be one school next year.
Lobbed in near sideline to Gazaway. Now Gainey's already tried a three from that locale. Flips it in the corner for a triple. And that's off from Jordan Mitchell. Christopher, the lefty, that's his strong hand. And Mitchell shadows and deflects it out of play.
Good job there by Mitchell. Nice block.
Ray will inbound. And an unforced turnover as it ricochets off of Harrison Owens.
Yeah, that's 2 straight now. One on each end of the court. They can't make unforced errors.
Scott County going to bring on Timmy Imango, 5'9" freshman. He a key part in the JV loss earlier tonight for Scott County, one of their top players, and he'll receive varsity minutes as well. Cole Edlin, 0 of 1 from 3. Now he's 0 for his first 2 as Gainey gets the rebound. There's Egan inside the lane. And Scott County brings it ahead as Luckett got the loose ball. Imango in the open floor, and a little bit out of control there as it will belong to Scott County.
Yeah. Egan should have taken that shot in the lane. He had a wide open look. He missed the first one. Go back up with it.
Now Christopher on top to Imango, and can have a Scott County foul underneath. It's whistled on Luckett.
That's 2.
Sure is, the 6'5" junior post. This Cardinal program, you heard Coach Glenn discuss it in the pregame, very optimistic that this tough stretch will fuel a postseason run, and they are taking on all comers inside the loaded 11th region. And there's the basket up and in on the post entry as Gazaway puts it in.
And Luckett couldn't get too close to him, or that would have been a 3rd foul.
So Mail has run off a few in a row. They lead 9-4. Christopher threads the needle and a live ball turnover. Edlin. Nice skip in the corner. Egan pitches in a 3. And a Scott County 30-second timeout. We will step aside. A 12-4 Mail lead. Back after this on Glycod.
1965 Mail graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Dash Egan with a corner 3 has given Mail a 12-4 advantage. 4.5 minutes deep from Louisville Male High School.
Went right to the trap spot there.
Imango and a Scott County timeout as Coach Glenn wants a full 60-second timeout. We will step aside as well. A 12-4 Mail lead. More coverage of JCPS basketball right after this.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back here at Mayo High School, the Bulldogs up 12-4 on Scott County. Coach Tim Glenn has had to use back-to-back timeouts against this Mayo press. They do have the ball here in the forecourt, though, and they're getting back-tipped and not taking care of the ball just the way they need to. But Coach Glenn maybe got a full timeout here and get them together here. Chris?
Now Scott County in the half court. That's Skinner. That was Zaire Ray with the pass in the corner. And a Cardinal foul over the top, it appears. It looks like Ben Glenn, the coach's nephew, called for the personal.
Yep. Well, Scott County's made they're getting some decent looks if they can beat the pressure, but they're not knocking them down yet.
Mail in the half court, certainly something they are not accustomed to doing, as this group averages 72 a game, and coach likes it north of that. And Gasaway split the double and came up empty. Imango through constant badgering into half court, and Scott County going to call another timeout. Their third stop, and
wow.
We're going to keep things right here as the Cardinals burning through timeouts and regularity. 3 quick pauses. Just 5.5 minutes into this game.
Yeah, they can't even get the ball up the court. I mean, they're going right to the trap spots, Chris. When you get over the half court line and we're at the half court line and the out of bounds line, you got 4 defenders right there, and they're going right to that spot. They got to figure out how to keep the ball in the middle of the court, and they've got to get some people coming up. You know, they're to help them break the press, cut somebody to the middle to the side, or vice versa.
So the Cardinals, a pair of timeouts left, and already this male pressure boding of extreme significance in this first quarter. There's Christopher leaking and putting it in as he cut to the basket on the inbound.
Nice job there by Christopher to get free. Good look. Maybe that'll get him going.
And a miscommunication as Gasaway cut to the basket and Gainey pitched it behind him. And an unforced turnover, possession back to Scott County. There's Ray, a little nonchalant with that pass, and Gasaway, the reciprocant, as Gary Forrest would say. And Gasaway, going to be a block underneath, much to the dismay of Coach Tim Glenn, but it will be a Cardinal foul underneath.
Yeah, I think he was moving on that. No shot attempt.
Going to be on Harrison Owens, fourth team Scott County foul.
Mayo getting a lot of guys in and out playing that up-tempo.
And the Bulldogs, as you likely can hear in the foreground, they're going to call timeout, trying to get their alignment set.
Well, they had 6 guys out on the court.
Well, we'll step aside and be right back after this on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
And a male basket, Cornelius Bennett, the ex-Buffalo Bill, banks it in out of the timeout. And a 14-6 male lead is Edlin forcing a turnover. And 2 more as Jordan Mitchell puts it down.
Beat this. They got to figure it out. There's another one.
16-6. Bennett back in the corner. Edlin
automatic
steers it in. His first field goal, but Bennett setting it up with a steal.
I'll tell you what, Edlin's one of the best high school shooters I've ever seen.
And a male foul, either second team foul. But Jeff, you've seen this male bench forcing the tempo and role players like Mitchell and Bennett fueling a run.
Oh, absolutely. And then Scott County's gone, I think, 2 deep on the bench, and that's it.
There's Ray.
Again, right to the trap spot.
Double teamed.
Nice job.
There. Sure was, and it's poked out as Jordan rejected the shot from freshman Anderson Owens.
He got him, though. That's a good call.
Owens, 6'1 freshman, transfer from Great Crossing, will head to the foul line for 2. Scott County began this game with a technical free throw due to a male dunk in warm-ups. As Owens steers one in. Cardinal team 5-9 on the season. They were 11-22 last year. They did advance to the 11th region, losing to cross-county rival Great Crossing by 11, who coincidentally is amongst the top couple of teams in the state this year.
Yeah, they are. Very good team. Won the King of the Bluegrass.
19-8. Ismail operates in the half court. Bennett, nice pass! And Keyshawn Jordan stuffs it in.
That was fantastic ball movement.
Cardinals with numbers as Christopher with a crease. And a nice rebound as Bennett has been a force. Edlin a 3 in transition. Got it!
Scott County better figure this out or it's going to get ugly.
24-8 Bulldogs and a jumper. That's Ben Glenn, but still you get the sense Scott County playing a little bit too quickly.
Yeah, they don't want to play that quickly for sure.
Edlin left wing, why not on a deep one?
Oh my goodness.
He's got 9 and Bulldogs, after a little bit of a slow start, pouring it on.
Scott County just needs to take their time and run their sets.
Glenn knocks it in off a curl. Back-to-back jumpers by the junior Ben Glenn.
I don't think he can press this team.
There's Jordan back out. Hand on it by Ray with 4 seconds left in the quarter. Ray, a high arcer. And that'll take us to the second quarter, a 27-12 male lead. Second 8 minutes on deck from Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something at school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Male Bulldogs connecting on 5 first-quarter threes. Enjoying it now a 13-point lead as Ben Glenn starting to sizzle. He's got 3 consecutive field goals.
All from right at the same spot, too.
27-14. Bulldog advantage. Male 8-4 coming in. And all 4 losses by 2 possessions or less. Gainey out of control that time as Glenn with the theft.
He thought he had a man there, and he didn't.
Glenn, pull-up jumper. That's well long. And Gazaway collects the rebound. Nice cut, and the basket goes in as Terrence Hall on the board. Gainey with the assist.
Gainey's so quick, he wreaks havoc on defense.
Can you imagine this male team with Antonio Harris out there as well?
Oh, man, absolutely.
There's a 3 from Christopher. His first
going, yeah.
made triple. Edlin floats it in the corner. The 6th Bulldog 3, that's Terrence Hall.
And we talked about being key for Scott County to limit the good looks from Male, and they have not.
Gainey back out to Hall. Off. And a collision underneath.
It's on George.
Sure is. It's on Male over the top.
That's Mitchell, I'm sorry.
B. Jordan Mitchell, the 8th grader. First foul this quarter.
Good block out there by Scott County.
Timmy Mongo back in for the Cardinals as Harrison Owens will trot off. Owens one of but 2 seniors on this Cardinal roster. Key contributor last season in Scott County's 11-win year. As the Cardinals traverse into half court. Christopher finding the big, and Luckett's shot long, but he's going to fight for that pesky rebound and put it in.
Well, that's a great effort there about Luckett. He missed the shot. He could have hung his head, but he didn't. He went after it, got the rebound.
13-point lead for the Bulldogs. About to dip under 6 minutes in the half. Gazaway heaves one. And the Cardinals, Danny Mongo, double dribbled. As the Cardinals sub on Phil Grimes, 5'8" sophomore. Grimes' first appearance of the year, 2-point per night score. He'll wear number 10. As number 5, Max Gainey, the senior and the football standout, player of the year. We'll bring it across for the Dogs. Entry to Gasway, trying to find it, and Luckett, the junior, got a hand on it.
Yeah, that wasn't a good angle by Gainey. He should have taken another dribble or 2 down.
6'1" junior, number 5, Tristan Christopher has it. 5 points on the night, averages 16, and he's got another field goal for points 6 and 7.
With all the threes and turnovers, still just 11-point game. They're still close.
Cardinals were down 15 after one. They've reduced it to 11. And Hall driving by, and a hand check foul underneath. Going to be whistled on Ben Glenn. And you look up, and there's always a new male Bulldog coming in at a whistle.
Yep. This is Cole Eland's first break of the night. It's Bennett, right? It's in.
Cornelius Bennett back on. Around the clock to number 5, Max Gainey. Opposite number 5, Christopher. Bennett rejected, punched out by Christopher. Is Bennett able to get to his spot in the lane?
He should have kicked that out for an open three there. He probably took one dribble too deep.
Just north of 5 minutes in this first half. Gainey's had some success from that spot. This time it's long. And some indecision, but it will belong, it appears, to Scott County. Well, Jeff, you're right. Despite all the theatrics, Scott County's maintaining connection.
Yeah, they're right. They're starting to make some shots down here. So, where male gets you, they have what the Clark Kellogg used to call spurtability, with the ability to make threes, I
think he still says that. Filling the lane, and the basket is in, and one for Hall. Hall with his 7th point. And the foul on Zaire Ray. As the Bulldogs search for that third consistent score, perhaps Hall can fill that void. He averages 8 on the year, and that's his mark now after the free throw rattles in.
Yeah, they've got 2 pretty consistent scorers, and they've got a lot of balance. But on nights that the other 2 guys are getting shut down, Gasaway and Edlin, they got to have a third guy that can hit double figures.
Well, and Edlin already has a high this year of 40 points, and he's certainly, that's within his wheelhouse.
No, absolutely.
There's Christopher across the timeline. Ray, nice find underneath, and the basket rattles in. Monte Washburn.
Nice use of the body there. That's a charge.
And Gasaway a little bit overzealous as he plowed right through Washburn.
Good job by Washburn keeping his setting up there and taking the harm there.
Jordan and Egan back on as Gasaway out. And Hall off. Cole Eland's coming in too. And Bennett will shuttle out for the Dogs.
This will take its toll in the late third and early fourth quarter on Scott County.
This Bulldog team going to be right there again. Here's Jordan in the corner. Now Mitchell, a little loft in the lane. And a held ball. The arrow will stay Bulldogs. Bennett was off the floor for one possession as he comes back in, and Jordan Mitchell is out.
Getting Mitchell some coaching over here on the sidelines.
Edlin lofts it in the lane. Up and in for Keyshawn Jordan.
That was an outstanding feed there from Edlin. He got himself in a position to avoid the defense and make the pass.
Jordan now with 6, and Scott County down 14. 4 minutes left first half. Christopher finding Grimes, left wing, back to Christopher. And the defense will extend just inside a half court, and a miscue.
Yep. One thing Edlin does on defense very well is back tip. He's always coming around to try to tip it from behind.
Cole's got some snazzy socks there. Not sure if you can see those. I think my daughter might like those. With 3:44 in this half.
Yeah, they are quite colorful.
This Bulldog team, despite the losses last year, lost some key players off that team. They have regrouped, and they are loaded again. Elin, skip pass. Bennett trying to drain a three. He cannot. And Glenn collecting the loose ball rebound.
Well, they'll take that open look, though, like that all night. There you go. They got the reverse. Nice job.
Cardinals doing some good things if they can just get the ball to go in the basket. Glenn, he's made 4 field goals in the last handful of tries, and it's a 12-point Bulldog lead.
They're right there. They just got to get some stops on defense, especially stops from 3.
Edlin, skip pass. Egan, a little bit long, and tracked down the far sideline by Ray.
I think he was too open there.
And there's Bennett. And the Bulldogs just make you pay.
Yeah, they do. So much quickness. I mean, Scott County's got a lot of quickness. Mayo's quicker, though.
14-point lead. Cardinals have played the Bulldogs to within a point in this quarter. That's Grimes trying to navigate up the floor, and Luckett will kiss it in.
That's a great job there by Grimes. Somebody cut the baseline off, and he laid off to Luckett for an easy 2.
12-point Bulldog lead. Jared Jordan will handle it for the first time for the Bulldogs. Now Bennett has a crease. Edlin drains it.
That was Egan, actually.
Oh, excuse me. It's Dash Egan. He's made a couple of threes off the bench. And Glenn off the mark. And look at Jordan coming back to race back to get that rebound.
Yeah, he got great defensive rebounding position, too. Double dribble.
And that's the second one of those in this first half. Max Gainey on for the Bulldogs. And also our first glance at Landon Cowan, a 6-foot senior. Cowan donning number 14. And the Bulldogs will bring on Terrence Hall as well.
There's so much depth.
Well, again, Antonio Harris, a key part, not playing tonight. You just add 32 more minutes when he's on the floor.
Yeah, and he's like I say, he's an athlete. And he'll have to get in game shape. You give him a couple weeks now. And, you know, I guess Coach maybe saving him for the weekend or the LIT.
Yimongo just swallowed up by Edlin.
You can't get the ball there. You're running right into a trap.
And there's Edlin. So smooth. Edlin with 11. And Egan points 7 and 8 as the lead is now swelled to 19.
We can't pick the dribble up. That might get a 10.
There's Luckett, the beneficiary, and back was Gainey.
What hustle.
Edlin, lob. Oh my. Wonderful layup as Hall puts it in.
Spurtability, just like that, they're up 20. You know? It was 35-27, a 13-point run, and another turnover.
So the lead 15 after 1. It's now grown to 21. As the Bulldogs seek their 9th win on the season. And Scott County just trying to maintain connectivity here in this latter portion of the second quarter. Edlin off a screen. Great find from Gainey to Terrence Hall. Hall's got 12.
Another turnover.
And Gainey lobs again. Hall again for the layup.
Hall may have a career night tonight.
And poor Coach Glenn, just exasperated, will stop play. And 30-second timeout. All-Mail Bulldogs tonight. They lead big on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Mill Bulldogs enjoying a 25-point lead, 32 seconds left in this first half. I'm Chris LaBar along with Jeff Cooper. Max Gorley on camera tonight. Great to have you along tonight on Glycod.com. And Jeff, this last 4 or 5 minute stretch been something to behold by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as they put Edlin and Gainey back in, they went up another level, and spurted out. The run's actually 17-2 at this point, just like that.
Eight different Bulldogs in the scoring column, and Scott County have gone through 4 timeouts in this first half. They'll hang on to it after a deflection off of Landon Cowan.
That was a good job, though. Glenn busted down to try to provide relief there.
There's Christopher trapped in the corner.
Got to get it out of there. Okay, there you go. Keep it in the middle of the court.
He'll steer it into front court, and Egan riding him up the middle of the floor, called for a Bulldog foul. Only the 4th male infraction, and sat out here for Scott County.
They'll be shooting 2 here if they get a foul in the next 27 seconds.
Any opportunity Male has to double, you can bet it's what's going to happen.
Yeah, Edlin's really the one that kind of leaves his man and goes to trap.
18 seconds left. Owens around the horn, and there's Gainey, the beneficiary. Gainey puts the break on, filling the lane and putting it in his hole.
Well, Gainey's made a few turnovers, but he's also made some really nice passes, and there's another one.
So the Bulldogs salivating. They want more points here with under a nickel in the first half.
If they get a good look here.
4.5 seconds in the second quarter.
Watch Elon as the throwing man coming back in.
Elon lofts to Hall, and Hall up, and a foul called at 1.6. And 2 Bulldog free throws will loom.
Well, they used him as a decoy, and when they went to play that, Hall went right to the bucket. Excellent job drawing that play up.
Terrence Hall season high 24 at Fern Creek earlier this year. And he'll rattle in his 15th point unofficially.
Well, a bunch of them have come right here in this late second quarter.
Tapped up, and another basket goes in. That's Landon Cowan. And a 30-point bulge at the break, 57-27. Male over Scott County will step aside. Be right back to Louisville Male High School after this on Glycod.
The Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Mill Bulldogs on top of Scott County at half, 57-27, and just a very impressive first half. I'm Chris LeBar along with Jeff Cooper. A 30-point second period for the Bulldogs.
Man, that's just incredible. And they got most of it on turnovers and steals. They didn't make as many threes in that second quarter. Most of it were layups from Terrence Hall on the break. He must have got 5 or 6 buckets there late.
You look as we tabulate some of the final scores for the Bulldogs, but for Scott County, Ben Glenn with 8, Tristan Christopher with 7, 3 points for Zaire Ray, 4 points Preston Luckett, and 2 each for Monte Washburn and Anderson Owens. And Scott County done some decent things in this game, but just the explosibility of Mail, no match.
No, the spurtability with again, that term, I don't like using that term because Clark Kellogg came up with it, but they can get 2 or 3 buckets just like that. And when they're hitting threes in those stretches, you got 8 to 10-0 runs real quick, and they can get 2 or 3 of those a game. So, Scott County did some good things, but way too many turnovers and too many unforced turnovers. So hopefully they can turn that around in the second half, keep this from getting to be a running clock.
We'll step aside. More coverage. Mill Bulldogs and Scott County Cardinals. Be right back after this on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Lines are wet, not just blinds. Lines are wet, not just blinds.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Mail High School in Louisville. Chris LeBar along with Jeff Cooper. It is a 57-27 Mail lead at the half. Some individual Bulldog numbers. Terrence Hall, 19 points, leading all scorers. Colt Edlin, 11 points on 3 made threes. Dash Egan with 8. Got Jordan Mitchell with 4. Keyshawn Jordan with 6. Barnett 4. Gainey 3. Cowan 2. Mitchell and Gazaway each with 2. A cast of thousands.
Yeah, just constantly coming back to you. You know, it's they have a lot of people that come in and play, and even if those guys get a bucket or two, you know, they're in pretty good shape. The thing about Edlin, he didn't even make a 3 the second quarter. He didn't look to score. He didn't really have to. But he wreaked all sorts of havoc out there with back tips and steals. And so he affects the game not only on both ends of the court.
What is the plan here for Scott County? Certainly this game, no longer in question. What do they want to achieve in the second half?
They want to get better, okay? They want to improve. They want to beat Mail in 4 minutes. They want to take every 4 minutes and win that 4-minute stretch. For all 4 of the 4-minute stretches in the second half. They want to get better. They want to cut down on turnovers. They just want to improve. That's all they can do at this point.
This is certainly a ball game that Scott County felt like they could contend with. They've had a very difficult schedule to date, and they'll have a very even more difficult schedule coming up. Scott County will take on undefeated Henry Clay next Tuesday, followed by a road trip at Douglas, and then they'll host Bryan Station. Station only losing 1 game, and then you look at Mail and what a difficult road trip they've got. Friday at Christian County, Saturday at Hopkinsville, and then the LIT next week.
Yeah, that's definitely a harsh. It's really tough going down there and playing those schools down there. And Chris, I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Those 2 schools are consolidating next year.
And the enrollment certainly, I would think, would be the largest enrollment in the state next year.
One of them for sure. Yeah, they'll be right up there near Henderson County and McCracken. Really not sure why they're doing it. I'm sure there's reasons. But, you know, they're enjoying their last year of being individual schools. But come next year, that's going to be a monster in every sport.
Possession, Scott County at side court. And there's number 1, Zaire Ray. And just like that, the Bulldogs pick up and pressure, and the basket goes in for Preston Luckett. His 8th point. Luckett only averages 2. He's had a nice night with 8, a season high.
Yeah, he's done a good job in there, making the shots when they come up.
Edlin, nice find to Gasaway. Gasaway takes it up, ricochets it short, follow off, and the Cardinals bring down a rebound.
See, they just need to take their time. It looks like they've cut off the pressure a little bit here. Take their time, run their sets, get good looks.
Double team.
Maybe not.
Back on Ray. And the shot casted up and short from Luckett. And the Bulldogs bring it across. Gasaway fills the lane and stuffs it home.
Good job running the court there by Gasaway, and nice look, gaining again.
30-point Bulldog lead, under 7 minutes in the third quarter. Christopher through contact. A long three from Ray. And Cole Edlin off the handoff from Hall, brings it up for Mail. Edlin, short but followed his shot and laid it in.
Basic basketball, Chris. Block the shooter out.
And follow your shot.
Yeah, and follow your shot, exactly. He knew where it was going before anybody else did.
Edlin with 13 and another turnover. Gainey up and in.
Oh, that was athletic by Gainey. I thought he was going to dish it off behind him to Hall there.
Bulldog team is fun to watch.
Oh, they are, especially when they're moving the ball and sharing the ball, man. That's a lot of fun to watch.
Ray back to Christopher, and Gainey nearly stepped into passing lane. Owens, his shot won't fall. Glenn on the backside for his 10th point.
Glenn's played really well here, I think. Made a lot of shots.
Gainey shoots the hot tamale. And Owens ahead for the Cardinals. Christopher angles it up. Oh my, that one well off the mark.
That might have been a tired leg shot there, Chris. Looked like.
Out of bounds to the Dogs with under 6 minutes left. 5:43 in this third quarter.
Scott County wants to do everything in their power to keep this from being a running clock.
And the lead at 34, so only a field goal away from making it a running clock as Edlin finds Gainey near wing. Nice cut, and Hall having a career night, his 21st point plus a Scott County foul.
Yeah, they instead of cutting off the drive, they just went right beside him. He got the ball and went up and in.
Foul on Scott County's Monte Washburn. As Hall now 21, has a season high of 24. And Hall aims it in as we're at 35. 5:23 on the clock.
They're still putting that pressure on there. Kind of a 1-2-2 now.
I think working on different forms of pressure. Owens, nice find, and Luckett kissed it long. And it's going to trickle off. It will belong to the Cardinals.
Well, Luckett's got to put those in. He's kicking himself right now.
Freshman Anderson Owens tucks his shirt tail back in. He'll sub on number 44 with a red curly hair as the Cardinals inbound.
Good, team. Good, team. Sit down. Jump the ball. Jump to the ball.
There's Owens. Let's see what he can do. And Harrison Owens knocks it in from the Anderson-Owens pass.
Yep. Are they related, do you know?
I don't know. I think they probably are, as a foul up top on Harrison Owens. I thought Ben Glenn was Coach's son, and Tim said, no, he's my nephew. His son played for him last year.
Oh, okay.
So a 32-point lead. Lofter in the lane, and Edlin.
And we are at a running clock now.
15 points for Cole, and a running clock, as Jeff mentioned. 4 minutes remaining in this third. And the basket
shot.
goes in for Washburn. Jordan Mitchell off. And a foul, a hold on Anderson Owens as he'll get a fistful of jersey of Jackson Gasaway.
Mr. Gasaway pulled a nice little trick there and threw the foul. Veteran move.
He plays like the prototypical YMCA player, does he not?
Yeah.
Keyshawn Jordan back on for Mail. Make sure he tucks his shirt tail in. 3:15 left in the third. Edlin back from Gasaway. And a nice deflection by Rayshawn Bryant for the steal for Scott County. Owens off the back iron. And a held ball arrow to Mail.
A lot of fans screaming for an over the back, but it really wasn't. I mean, Jordan went straight up and didn't make contact. So,
clock still running at 2:45 in this third quarter. Coming up at the conclusion, Jeff will have our State Farm Insurance agents Mike Shelton and Brian Morrison, most outstanding player. One student athlete from each team will be recognized. And we're going to have a foul underneath on Scott County. Or, excuse me, on Mail. Bulldogs going deep into their bench. Cornelius Bennett, ex-Atlanta Falcon, checks in. And also Dash Egan is on. With 2 minutes left in this third quarter.
The long pass was there.
Owens, nice ball movement up top in the midst of number 10, Phil Grimes. And there's Grimes again, the junior, trying to steer one in, and he does.
Way to knock down that open shot, Mr. Grimes.
68-38. Cowan with an answer off. And it's going to roll out of bounds after both Jordan and Bryant got tangled up.
One thing I'd like to see Jordan do a little bit better is when he gets a hold of the balls, keep it up higher. Tends to bring it down a little too much.
Cornelius Bennett, sophomore. Number 2 trickles it in for Mail. Back out to Egan for a 3. And Dash Egan, the senior, now with his 11th point, a season high.
He's done a really nice job off the bench for him, right? Made 3 threes, hitting open looks. Defense is good.
Bulldogs on the defensive end as the layup goes in for Ben Glenn, the 6'2 junior. He's got 12, leading the brigade for the Cardinals. Egan filling it up. Dash Egan now 14 points. That's his 4th triple. 74-40 with 50 seconds and a running clock in the third. Owens threads the needle. Bryant back out. Tim Glenn lofts it long from the foul line, and Mail with it, and a numbers attempt. Edlin heaves a 3. And back for the rebound, brought down by Bryant.
Anybody but Edlin, the coach be screaming.
And Jordan, number 1, with a punch back. The junior post for Mail. Be out of bounds to Scott County with just 15 seconds left in the third.
I think Harrison Owens twisted his ankle there.
So Owens is off the floor, and Tristan Christopher is on, but only 5 seconds left in the quarter. And now 2 seconds left. And Christopher's shot is short, and that's going to close the third. A 74-40 dominating Mail performance. Back after this on Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name is Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Chris Labar with former Holy Cross assistant coach Jeff Cooper back live at Mail High School. 74-40 Bulldogs lead as we get set for quarter number 4. And my, oh my, a lot of impressive notes tonight for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they've looked really well, and their pressure defense has been outstanding. They're going to go mostly subs probably the fourth quarter, although Edlin's still in there. And, again, Scott, just has to get better this quarter. Still a lot of unforced turnovers, too, along with the ones that Mail's force, so they really need to work on that.
Bulldogs on their way to their 9th win of the year. Scott County going to fall to 5-10. And Cowan with the turnover for Mail. Cole Edlin, number 0, short on that 3. And that was Don Hillerick into the game, number 21, a 6'5", 8th grader for Mail. He lost the handle out of bounds.
Good effort, though. Really crashed the board hard there.
Bulldogs with 2 8th graders. Jordan Mitchell, a key contributor already, and then you've got Hillerick, both above 6'2".
And Hillerick's going to get bigger and stronger. So
This Bulldog program in great hands with head coach Tim Hayworth, athletic director John Kelsey.
Look at that effort.
Great effort by Egan as he laid out for that loose ball in a 34-point game, and it's out of bounds to Scott County.
I mean, that's the type of effort you play with all the time. At tip of the hat there.
That's how you get more minutes, too.
That's right.
7 minutes left. There's Washburn trying to find Glenn. Glenn through heavy duress from Bennett, able to bring that down. 6:48 left. Washburn trying to sneak in the lane. Imango finds Washburn, and he knocked in a corner three. Monte Washburn, his 7th point, and a 74-43 male lead is Egan. Just a little bit off the mark. Hillerick didn't leave his feet for that rebound, didn't need to, but lost it.
Yeah, just a little bit too strong against Scott County kids were for him.
Imango throws a fastball, deflected off of Grimes, and the Cardinals able to hang on to it. 6:11 in the 4th. And the Bulldogs well on their way. Number 10 Grimes to his right, which is his offhand, and he steered it home.
What a nice drive there by Grimes. Mayo did not cut him off at all.
Grimes with 5. As Bennett finds Egan, and Egan feeling it as he lays it in.
That's a nice move, man. Doesn't remind me of Edelin on that.
He needs more minutes, Coach Hayworth.
Yeah, that's right.
That's 16 for Egan. We're on the Egan bandwagon. 5:35 in the 4th. Little fall away 6-footer. Friendly roll off from Ben Glenn.
Good effort, though.
And here comes Bennett into front court for the Dogs.
Nice look.
Hillerick lays it in, the 8th grader. 78-45 Mayo with just over 5 minutes left.
Good to see Hillerick get on in the scorebook there.
10 Bulldogs have scored unofficially. Here comes James Clark, 6'3 sophomore. He'll sub on, replacing Cole Edelin. Scott County going to their bench as well. Colton Helton, 6'4 freshman, is in. And Helton will handle it now. Underneath Bryant, off. And Cowan with a board. And Egan was salivating as he took that to the basket. Grimes off. And Hillerick with a block, and there's 2 points. I think Ben Glenn going to play through the contact. Egan. In again.
You can't stop him, you can only contain him.
Dash Egan, his 5th 3 tonight. Season high of 19.
Another nice shot from Glenn there.
I think you mean Ben Glenn.
And one.
I think you mean Ben Glenn. Tim's on the sideline.
Yeah. I did mean Ben Glenn, that's correct.
That's been one of those nights for the Cardinals. You got 4 Bulldogs coming on, and 2 Cardinals will check in as well.
Dash Egan will be coming out after. See if he misses the free throw on purpose so he can stay in.
3:40 to play. Clock continuing to run now, 3:31 and a running clock.
Well, still might get 100. Oh, he missed. See, I told you. He missed it on purpose.
Wants to stay out there as the Bulldogs do have Jared Jordan, a senior, set to check in at the next whistle. 3:24 to play. Now Phil Grimes, the sophomore, will handle it. In a moving screen, the chicken arm stuck out by Glenn at the top, and we'll have 2 Bulldogs come on at the 3:06 mark.
33 looks like a youngster.
Don't have that one on the roster. We do have number 10, Jared Jordan, 5'8 senior.
Yeah, he's been in before.
2:51 on the clock. Of course, the Bulldogs, winners of 3 of the last 4 7th region championships. And Scott County won it back in 2020. They've won 18 in their history, combining both the 8th and now 11th region. There's a 3 in for the mysterious number 33.
Yep. Everybody getting in the action. Brazil?
That's Brazil with the basket.
Okay.
2:08 left. Owens, a strong drive. Brazil with a block. And that's going to fuel a Bulldog fast break. Follow up and in. $39-point lead. We're going deep into Steve Bird's notes. 15-footer is going to be off, and Jordan across for the Bulldogs with 1:37 remaining.
Wow.
James Clark guides in a corner 3. 91 points for the Bulldogs, still 1:24 left.
34 is Elias Daly.
There's Glenn underneath. So Elias Daly did get credit for a field goal during that scrum. Got Andrew Verbancic on for the Bulldogs. So if you've suited up tonight for Male, you've entered the fray.
That's right. Urbanic's brother was a heck of a football player, too.
I'm talking with Coach Hayworth before the game. Verbancic made that big shot in the Sweet 16 last year.
Yeah, he did.
A career moment for that young man.
He got him to the record 15 3-pointer there.
And so much jubilation when that shot went in.
Oh, yeah, it was nuts. The crowd was just crazy.
40 seconds left. Imango short on that one. Strong rebound for Ellis Hughley, senior for Scott County, and they'll get a basket out of the deal.
Where's he been all night?
24 seconds left and a 40-point lead. Strong take for 2.
That was Clark.
Clark with 5. 14 seconds left.
A little too much heat on that pass there.
And the Bulldogs will inbound one more time with 93 points is Verbancic. Not going to shoot, going to dribble it out, and that's going to wrap things up. Coach Hayworth, Coach Glenn will shake hands. 2 great young men, 2 respected, wonderful leaders for their programs will shake hands at half court. And the final tonight, Male defeats Scott County 93-51. More post-game report on the way from Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct. Not just blinds.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Special thanks to Ruoff Mortgage for their sponsorship of high school basketball on Glycod. Again, the final tonight, Male defeats Scott County 93-51. Our post-game report presented by State Farm Insurance when we come right back after this.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to JCPS High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live to Bale High School in Louisville now for a look at the most outstanding players, presented by State Farm Insurance agents Mike Shelton and Brian Morrison. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there for Scott County. Nice performance, Jeff, by Ben Glenn.
Yeah, he played a really nice game. He made a lot of shots and didn't seem like he was bothered too much by the pressure, and stepped up and had a really nice game for Scott County tonight. Helped. I think what did he end up with, about 14, 16?
Yes,
something like
16
that.
points, 8 points in each half, just too shy of a season average.
Just very consistent, yeah.
And for Mill, certainly could have gone a couple of ways. But Terrence Hall, 19 points in the first half, 22 for the game.
Yeah, he played really outstanding, but I'm actually, because he's a senior, I'm going to go with Dash Egan. He had a great second half. I mean, he was just, and was feeling it and taking shots that normally I think Coach Hayworth would say, what are you doing? But he was knocking him down. So
Dash Egan, career high, 21 points, average 2 coming in. But Dash, what did he make? 5 3-point field goals on the way to a career night.
Yeah, he was, and played excellent defense and did a little bit of everything tonight.
As we wrap things up here, Jeff, this Scott County team, you certainly feel like they're going to be a team going to continue to improve throughout the winter. And for Mail, if the pieces assemble, they could be back at Rupp one more time.
They could. I mean, it's. I think it's between them and Trinity. St. X is a huge if out there for both of those teams. They're playing really well this year. They've got some talent. Coach Kevin Klein always does a nice job out there, but I still think it comes down to Mail and Trinity at the end of the year.
More high school basketball coming up later this week. We will have a couple of ball games, actually one game tomorrow, Sacred Heart on the docket, as they will host. Well, that's the wrong one there. We certainly don't want to have that one up there, but Sacred Heart will take on Meade County tomorrow as the Cardinals, or rather the Valkyries, will host the Meade County Wave, and then Friday Scott County will be on the road, Tuesday at Henry Clay. We'll have that one for you, Scott County at Henry Clay. So that'll wrap things up here. For Jeff Cooper, I'm Chris LaBar. Our producer tonight, Steve Bird. Again, the final score, Mail defeats Scott County 93-51. Back after this on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 JCPS High School Basketball. UA Local 502, built on excellence, building a better tomorrow. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen. He puts you in good hands. Thomas Car Wash and Holy Smokes Barbecue.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.